Today on the show, it's part 2 of Titans You Didn't Know. So hopefully most of you watched part 1, but for all of you that didn't watch part 1, let me just explain to you why you might not know so many members of the Teen Titans. So the Titans have been around for a very, very long time, like since the 60s, which is incredibly long. As a result, over their time they have had a number of different members. A lot more than people actually realize. In fact, one time in the space of 1 year, the Titans gained and lost 20 members. So the Titans can actually be broken up into 4 groups. Earth 1, pre-graduation day, post-graduation day, and the New 52. So the original Titans were actually the Teen Titans from the 60s, and they were from DC's original continuity in Earth 1. However, this team would be defunct by the 80s when Crisis on Infinite Earths would happen. That wasn't necessarily a bad thing because by that point the new Teen Titans were a thing, and by that point they were the best-selling comic in the world. In the 80s, Crisis on Infinite Earths would happen, but the new Teen Titans were not affected by Crisis on Infinite Earths for the most part. On this run of the Titans stopped going by the Teen Titans for the first time and became just the Titans, which was the greatest run of this series that I have ever seen. Then in 2003, something called Graduation Day would happen, which would cause the Titans to split up and Young Justice to split up. Starfire, Beast Boy, and Cyborg all realized that they were adults and were really hurt by the events of Graduation Day. So the kids in Young Justice were probably traumatized by it. So in 2003, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Cyborg all formed the weekends only Teen Titans in Training and brought over the kids from Young Justice. This formula would pretty much stay consistent until 2011 when the New 52 happened and the Titans' history would be erased, which at the time I found very insulting, but now I'm kind of over it, not really, but life goes on. However, in the New 52, the Titans did have a fresh start, and their first run just ended and their new run just started. Their first run wasn't that great. I have a whole video dedicated to it, which will be linked down below. This new run had a bit of a meh first issue, like for first issue standards, it wasn't good. It is also worth noting that throughout all the previous runs of the Titans, excluding the New 52, there has been the Titans East, the Titans West, the Terra Titans, the Teen Titans, lots of other different branches of the Titans. However, the main 2 branches has consistently been the Titans and the Teen Titans. The Titans always being in charge of the Teen Titans. Okay, so the first Titan we're going to talk about is Narc, who would first appear in Teen Titans number 32 in 1971. Okay, so Narc was actually a time-displaced caveman, but Lilith, Omen, would actually use her abilities to teach him modern-day language and customs. Eventually, Lilith and Narc left the Titans together to be a couple. However, they would join the Titans West when that became a thing. Then, years later at Donna Troy's wedding, Lilith was there on her own and she mentions Narc's tragic fate, but we never find out what actually happened to him, but we know he died, which is really sad. In post-Crisis, he never really officially became a member of the Titans, although he was heavily linked to them. Next we have Panther, who would first appear in the New Teen Titans number 73 in 1991. So Panther was actually quite hostile to the Titans. She kept herself at a very vast distance from the rest of them. I mean, the only reason she was really kept around was because she was really useful to the team in battles. She would eventually leave the Titans and only rejoin a new team of Titans when the Justice Society of America, the Doom Patrol, and the Titans would all team up to defeat Superboy Prime. In this battle, Panther would be killed by Superboy Prime, who decapitates her with a backhand. She would be resurrected as a Black Lantern in the Teen Titans Blackest Night crossover, and in this her body would be destroyed. Next we have Phantasm, who would first appear in the New Teen Titans Volume 2, number 3 in 1988. He would originally join the Titans as Danny Chase, and he was this kid who had parents that were international spies, and he had telekinetic powers, and he had photographic memory. And this sounds amazing and super cool, and he knew it. He was essentially a brat, egotistical and snide, and none of the fans of the series really liked him. In fact, in the letters columns of the issues that he was around in, they're just filled with heated debates about Danny and whether he's a good character or not and whether he should be killed off or not. He was eventually killed off, but in the not really kind of way, when he, Arella, and the souls of Azarath would all merge together to save Azarath, and he would become Phantasm. The character was planned to return in post-graduation day, but this was overturned by the editor of DC Comics at the time. So after Infinite Crisis and before 1 year later, there was a missing year. The only glimpse of this year that we got to see was in the weekly series 52. In 52, we know that the Titans almost disbanded, and over the course of this year, 20 members of the Titans joined and left. This happened for a number of reasons. Some of them didn't like the chemistry of the Titans, some of them only wanted fame, some of them just didn't have the passion to be a hero. A number of reasons. For example, Miss Martian originally joined the Titans in 52, but she left because she really didn't get along with any of the other Titans because she really didn't understand humans all that well. But she would eventually rejoin the Titans in 1 year later, which was very nice. Osiris is another member of the Titans that would join in this year, and he is a very interesting character. He is the brother of the hero Isis and the brother-in-law of Black Adam, and we would first see him when Renee Montoya and The Question are going after Intergang, and they are torturing him, trying to get him to join, and he is refusing. After he was found, Black Adam would be alerted to the boy's location, so Black Adam and Isis would turn up, but it would be revealed that the boy's wounds run so deep that he might never walk again. Black Adam asks for help from the gods, and Osiris is granted the same powers as the rest of the Black Marvel family. He essentially became the Black Marvel's equivalent of Captain Marvel Jr., so he would go on to join the Titans, and he would quickly realize that having powers is a huge responsibility. What happens is the Suicide Squad would eventually attack the Black Marvel family, and Osiris would attack a member of the Suicide Squad and kill him when he was defending his sister. A friend of Osiris would eventually convince him to give up his powers, even though Black Adam tells Osiris that his powers are not evil by nature, he just needs to learn how to use them properly. Upon renouncing his powers, it would be revealed that Osiris's friend was actually Famine from the Four Horsemen, and he would devour Osiris. A memorial statue for Osiris would be put up in the Titans Tower. However, he would be revived in Brightest Day, but he has done a complete 180 by this point. For various reasons, which I'm not getting into at this point because I'm working on a history video for this character, he would join Deathstroke's Titans. He would go around killing, and he wouldn't exactly be treated very nicely in Deathstroke's Titans either. But yes, the history video of this character is actually coming out very soon. Like, very, very soon. It's almost done. I've put a link to mycomicshop.com down below to where you can get all the issues of the Titans and all the spin-offs that you may want. It's super effective! Okay guys, that is it for today. Leave a comment down below telling me which one of these was your favorite Titan. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking out my Patreon so I can make bigger and better videos like a full-fledged documentary on the Titans, and subscribe to my gaming channel. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.